I've never been down here. We'll see what's down here. Look at this grand old lodge. I think it's called Manor Cottage. It's private road, of course, just wandering down here. I'm not driving, so we've got some woodlands I used to spend a lot of time in as a kid. Well, teenager. I still remember the first time I come down here with one of my mates, and he kind of knew the area, and we got lost, and he started telling me about all these people that disappeared around here. I still remember how scared I was. It was funny. It's funny, isn't it? That was, what's that? It's got to be 30, yeah, about 32 years ago, and I still remember it quite well. But once again, it's all mounds, grand houses on top of mounds. I seem to have a big mound here, so we'll go on this and see what we got. The throw is quite overgrown on this mound, so I thought there was a little walkway there. But not at all. It's another fairly young forest. Same story every time. I'll toodle off over that way in a minute. But this is the drive to some massive great manor. Yeah, with a mound. Always a mound. So definitely something to this. And there's something that these people know that they don't tell everybody else. I wonder how lost I'm going to get, even though I know this area quite well. I'm wandering through woodlands again, so it's quite easy to get lost. I am kind of like a homing pigeon, but it's yeah, it's fun. Coming that way, that is a marsh. I've got another mound in front of me. I have a wander up here. It's a magpie calling. But yeah, it's, like I say, it's a fairly young forest again. That looks like a huge upturned tree. Go and see how shallow its roots are. It's proper boggy in here. Oh, why do I do this to myself? Oh man, that's about a foot deep. The size of that tree that's over. But once again, shallow roots, really shallow. Fuck me, this is deep. Look, marsh. Oh, I need to get out of this. But yeah, look how shallow the roots are. That is a huge tree. Or not. So, not a particularly big tree over, but the roots do not go down at all. They spread out to the sides, meaning there's something hard underneath that the roots can't penetrate on the edge of a mound. Interesting. I'm on the top of that mound. Relatively young forest again, holes everywhere, and then in front of that is another mound. It's just crazy. That tree's not young. Where am I going today? What am I doing? I'm going to head back because I'm heading right out the way now. Again, I've got like a mound barrow that goes round that way. It's like arched round, and on the floor in front of it we have another tooth. Now, obviously a tooth, no doubt about it being a tooth, and possibly another one. That was a possible, I'm not sure on that one, but that one definitely is. Same old normal stones of bone stuff, but yeah, just sat there on the edge of this mound here. So what are these mounds? And look at that huge lump of, don't know what that is, sandstone, Yorkstone. I don't really feel like digging up today, so I'm not going to, but you know, it's the same story. Sandstone or Yorkstone, teeth, mounds, over and over and over again. Just keep finding it. I keep getting drawn to these places. Like I say, I've been here so many times, but I've never been into this bit that I'm in at the moment. It's crazy. Okay, I think I've just been recording and not recording. Oh man, I wonder if I just got the stone and that. Bollocks. Right, I'm at the bottom of the mound where I've just found the Yorkstone. I found a tooth. I've got a freshwater stream running here, because this is something that I'm finding at the bottom of these mounds. I accept it's rainwater runoff, I really do. This is perfectly, I don't have an issue with that. My question is how is it, because they seem to come out of holes at the bottom of these mounds. I can't be bothered to trace this one back right at the minute, but if the trees aren't able to penetrate a certain layer with their roots, is the water really coming from, is it seeping through whatever's there, or is I can't, it must be yeah, it's got to be just penetrating the layers, and it's coming out as fresh water at the base of it. But just off from that, I've just randomly come over here, and I've got some sort of red tile here. I've got something encased there. I wasn't going to dig anything up, but it looks like I will be. I've just got to check my footage to check that I got the tooth and that. Okay, right, I genuinely can't believe this. I literally had no intentions of digging anything out today. I'm half expecting this just to be some sort of like drainage pipe or a bit of fly tipping. It's just strange that I found it, really. What are you? Just, you know, just randomly I stop and this is what I find. It's got to be a pipe, it has to be. Let me just uncover that lip. It looks to me like a chimney stack. Yeah, that's not a pipe, that's a chimney stack. Interesting. Oh, God, fuck me, that is heavy. Yeah, it's not, oh, it's like a Victorian one. I don't know how I keep doing this. Just randomly. Yeah, and I've seen a lot of this lighty, I can't remember what this is. I've never seen this before this year. There's a baby frog. Look at the tiny frog. I didn't even see the tiny frog. Hello, tiny frog. Hey, little buddy. Look at him. Oh, I wish I had my camera. He's so tiny. I'm probably pulling out his house here. I kind of don't want to do this because it's his house. So I'll just do the outside, but it's bounding. Oh man, how do I keep doing this? It's really bound in. That was the tiniest of frogs. Goes down quite wide. Man, that goes down a long way. And it's a chimney stack. I don't know if right, it's still going down. It's down there. Yeah. Man, that thing's massive. Oh. I kind of want to dig it up, but I kind of don't. I know where it is, so I can come back to it another day. It's just I just don't want to be dirty. I come for a nice day today, a bit of a relaxing one, and I'm once again digging stuff out. I really didn't want to get my little shovel out or nothing. I shouldn't complain. Well, I'm not complaining, but man, that's crazy. Can't believe I found that. Oh, it's still going down there. So that's about 18 inches in there. It's about 2 foot. It'll take me ages to get this out, so I'm not gonna. Yeah, it's a chimney stack. I would say it's been fly tipped, but where I am, that would have had to have been walked here, and you're not going to just carry a big chimney stack to here. So was it once again there was a big house on the hill that's been removed. I'll leave that there. How bizarre. How very, very bizarre. Well, I suppose I know where all these places are, so I can always come back to them at a later date. Maybe that's what I'm sort of cataloguing, really. These places to come when it's dry and warm. I've had a change of mind. I'll give it 5 minutes of digging because of that little froggy. No other reason, because Froggy was there. And I seem to find frogs when I'm digging places. Probably because I'm digging in their houses. There he goes, little Froggy. Alright, I'll be back once I've uncovered a little bit. I've had a good dig in there. That thing is bound in there. I can't shift it. But I definitely think that's a chimney stack. And like I say, for it to have gotten here, it says that there was a big property here. Because I'm just in the middle of nowhere, and you can't reach it by car at all. So it would have had to be either been walked here or been on this site at some point. So I will go with it being once upon a time on this site. But yes, still interesting though. Right, we're at the point where the stream comes through from the other side, and I've got very old red brick, well they're Victorian red bricks down here. They look like they've got pattern on them as well. Maybe. But I've got an old retaining wall there, which is where the water's coming through. There's something about it. It doesn't. It feels like a roof level. It actually does, because the right. This genuinely feels like a roof level here to me, which is plausible. Because of the dressing stone across the top of these, and that looks like a drainage for what would have been like a big flat roof. Once again, I could be completely wrong. It could just be a drainage thing for the stream. It's just because those dressing stones on the top of it, they shout like dressing round a roof line, so you get like a double brick, and then you get like a dress stone along the top, and then you get like drainage outlets. And you know, I found a chimney stack literally completely parallel to that, maybe 30-40 foot away. Is this a mud flood area? Is there a building underneath here? It's curious. If it is, it's old, because some of these trees, that one that's probably over 100 years old. Some of them are your standard 50 to 80 years old, but some are like over 100 years old. So I don't know. I'll just keep wandering to see what I find.